Hey everyone! It's WrestleMania season once again, and things are heating up in the world of professional wrestling with plenty of major developments, backstage drama, and intriguing rumors circulating right now. We're diving deep into the latest stories shaking up WWE, AEW, and beyond as we head toward WrestleMania 42 in Las Vegas this April. From concerning ticket numbers to uncertain championship matches, potential blockbuster celebrity bouts, and more, there's a lot to unpack. The biggest concern right now surrounds WWE's WrestleMania 42 event at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. Reports indicate that ticket sales are moving much slower than anticipated, prompting internal action from the company. According to reliable sources like Fightful Select and WrestleVotes, WWE conducted a multi-department company-wide meeting on February 11, 2026, specifically to tackle the issue of lower-than-expected ticket distribution. All departments were instructed to brainstorm and implement promotional strategies to ramp up sales and build momentum in the coming weeks leading into the show. Current figures from WrestleTix show that each night of WrestleMania 42 has distributed around 36,000 to 37,000 tickets so far, with slight increases in recent days. For comparison, at a similar point last year ahead of WrestleMania 41, also in Las Vegas, WWE had moved about 10,000 more tickets per night, eventually closing out with final attendances between 56,000 and 60,000 for each evening. This year's pace is noticeably behind, raising alarms internally about whether the event will fill the massive venue adequately. What's particularly striking is WWE's initial stance on pricing. Despite the slowdown, the company reportedly planned to maintain current ticket prices without reductions, at least for the immediate future. The cheapest standard seats start around $266 or so, with combo tickets for both nights beginning higher, and premium options reaching into the thousands. Some ringside or aisle seats have been listed in the $10,000 to $20,000 range before fees. Fans have been vocal on social media, arguing that the straightforward solution is to lower prices, especially given the current economic climate and the high cost of attending any Las Vegas event. Hotel rates, flights, and general expenses in the city have surged, with many describing the Strip as overpriced and less appealing right now due to broader economic factors affecting travel and entertainment spending. Critics point out that repeating Las Vegas as a host city for consecutive WrestleManias may have contributed to the dip in enthusiasm. Originally, there were plans for New Orleans, but the switch back to Vegas, while familiar and logistically proven, might have felt repetitive to fans who attended or considered last year's show. Additionally, WWE has avoided hyping the event with phrases like WWE is on fire right now in recent months, perhaps acknowledging that the product isn't generating the same level of mainstream buzz or urgency. Backstage, the slower sales have reportedly led to some frustration and re-evaluation. The Wrestling Observer newsletter noted that the entire WrestleMania card is under review, partly due to these attendance concerns and differing creative opinions on directions. Some involved in the process expressed annoyance over shifting plans. There was an original game plan, then adjustments, and now potential further changes. One source suggested sticking to the existing blueprint because the plans in place were solid. Broader factors like declining cable viewership from cord cutting, changes in Nielsen measurement, and higher overall ticket costs across events play into attendance trends industry-wide, but WrestleMania's premium pricing stands out as a key issue. On the creative side, some key matches remain unsettled, which might not help drive last-minute sales. For instance, while CM Punk vs. Roman Reigns for a world title appears locked in as a major draw, other high-profile bouts are unclear. The WWE Championship picture with Drew McIntyre lacks a confirmed opponent, and repeating something like McIntyre vs. Cody Rhodes yet again wouldn't spark excitement. The women's divisions and mid-card also have question marks that could impact overall appeal. In response to the reports, Allegiant Stadium itself stepped in with a limited-time promotional offer, providing 25% off tickets using a code during a holiday weekend window ending February 16th. This move suggests a quicker pivot than initially planned, aiming to boost numbers before it's too late. Whether this discount, combined with ongoing promotions, will close the gap remains to be seen, but it's clear WWE can't afford complacency with their flagship event. Shifting to championship matters, there's uncertainty surrounding the WWE Women's Champion Jade Cargill heading into WrestleMania 42. Cargill, who won the title from Tiffany Stratton in November and defended it successfully against Jordynne Grace recently, is set for her first major defense on the grand stage, but WWE reportedly hasn't finalized her opponent yet. Sources like WrestleVotes via Fightful Select indicate that creative is torn between options, with Charlotte Flair and Tiffany Stratton emerging as the most discussed possibilities. A matchup with Stratton would be a rematch from their prior encounters, including Cargill's title win, but critics argue it lacks the fresh appeal needed for WrestleMania. Stratton and Cargill have crossed paths multiple times in recent years, making it feel repetitive rather than a blockbuster. Charlotte Flair, on the other hand, represents a high-profile, legendary opponent with star power and history in big matches. Flair was one of the first to confront Cargill upon her WWE arrival, and there have been teasers of their potential clash. Cargill herself has expressed interest in facing the top girl like Flair. Originally, WWE may have banked on Bianca Belair returning from injury in time to challenge Cargill, setting up a dream powerhouse versus powerhouse bout. However, Belair's recovery timeline doesn't appear to align with WrestleMania clearance, forcing a pivot. The lack of a locked-in opponent this close to the event highlights ongoing challenges in booking the SmackDown Women's division, which many fans view as underutilized and lacking depth compared to Raw's. While Cargill is positioned as a dominant force, surrounding her with compelling stories and fresh rivalries will be crucial to making her title reign feel WrestleMania-worthy. On a more exciting note, there are discussions about a potential monster clash involving Brock Lesnar. Bodyslam.net and other outlets report that a match between Lesnar and rising star Obafemi is under consideration for WrestleMania 42, though nothing is confirmed or locked in. This idea gained traction after their physical exchanges during the 2026 Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia, where Lesnar eliminated Femi amid intense moments. Femi, a dominant NXT talent making waves on the main roster, could benefit hugely from facing the Beast, positioning him as a credible threat. However, plans have shifted over time. Earlier reports from the Wrestling Observer indicated Lesnar vs. LA Knight was mapped out as of January, but that hasn't been built on television and feels random now. Gunther was once rumored for Lesnar, but current TV direction points toward Gunther possibly facing Rey Mysterio, though Mysterio has years left on his deal and no retirement plans. Other names like Chris Jericho have surfaced in rumors, but those have quieted since the Royal Rumble. Lesnar's return on the Raw before Elimination Chamber adds urgency to finalizing his path, and a fresh matchup with Femi could deliver a brutal, memorable spectacle. Celebrity involvement always amps up WrestleMania's mainstream draw, and rumors are swirling about Logan Paul potentially facing Bad Bunny. Paul, the former United States champion, has teased this matchup for months and recently doubled down in an interview with Sports Illustrated's The Takedown. He called a Paul vs. Bad Bunny bout the biggest wrestling match of all time, emphasizing its potential to transcend WWE and attract a global audience beyond traditional fans. Paul noted Bad Bunny's busy schedule but expressed eagerness to make it happen, highlighting how it could break barriers and capture non-wrestling viewers. Bad Bunny has a strong WWE history, including standout performances at previous WrestleManias and Backlash in Puerto Rico. Cody Rhodes has even publicly endorsed the idea, saying he'd love to see it. Concerns exist about Paul's in-ring experience carrying a full match with Bunny, leading to speculation it might become a tag team affair, though that's unconfirmed. If booked, this could be a massive crossover moment, especially with Bad Bunny's cultural influence and Paul's social media reach. Over in AEW, a recent incident stirred controversy when a fan was denied entry to the February 11, 2026 Dynamite taping at Toyota Arena in Ontario, California, for wearing a Brody King Abolish ICE t-shirt. The fan shared video explaining that security asked him to turn it inside out due to the political message, and when he refused, he was barred. The shirt is an official design sold by King, with proceeds supporting those affected by ICE actions. This sparked debate about venue policies versus AEW's handling of fan expression, especially after prior F***************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************** around Brody King's absence from that Dynamite, with initial speculation tying it to network pressure over the chants. However, PW Insider and Fightful clarified that King was never scheduled. He and others flew to Australia post-show, missing the taping due to travel. Warner Brothers Discovery denied any involvement in King's schedule, confirming his set for upcoming events. The fan ejection remains unexplained beyond venue security decisions, highlighting ongoing tensions around political expressions at wrestling events. Speaking of cross-promotion interest, former AEW World Champion MJF addressed WWE's ongoing curiosity about him in a candid interview with Chris Van Vliet. MJF confirmed that during his past contract negotiations, the so-called Bidding War 2024, he had nice calls with high-level WWE figures who were very interested. Even now, he believed they are still very much interested in bringing him in. He acknowledged that a run in WWE would likely have been hugely successful, but is committed to AEW for the foreseeable future. Widely seen as one of the top talents never to have worked WWE full-time, MJF's future free agency could reshape the landscape whenever it arrives. In positive WWE news, former women's champion Jazz has returned to the company in a new capacity. She announced via social media that as of 2026, she's joined the coaching staff at the WWE NXT Performance Center. After 3 decades in wrestling, Jazz is shifting focus and mentoring the next generation of superstars. She described it as a testament to perseverance, and fans have wished her success in developing talent behind the scenes. There was disappointment around a potential Royal Rumble appearance by the Hardy Boys. Rumors swirled due to their NXT cameos in good standing with WWE, but Matt Hardy addressed it in an interview with One Wrestling. He suggested the Saudi Arabia location for the Rumble may have dampened discussions, implying reluctance from the team to work that event. No entry materialized, leaving fans wondering about future tag team returns. Matt Hardy also defended Triple H during the same conversation, praising his leadership in creating compelling characters, stories, and moments that draw crowds. Despite criticisms over pricing and other decisions, Hardy noted WWE's overall success under TKO and highlighted Triple H's pulse on modern pop culture compared to previous regimes. In an era where such endorsements are rare, this could spark positive buzz. Finally, a planned segment on the February 6 SmackDown was scrapped at the last minute. Fightful Select reported that The Miz was scripted to attack Ilya Dragunov backstage, setting up a future feud and match. It made late draft but was pulled before airing. Whether this is delayed or fully abandoned is unclear, given WWE's fluid creative process amid WrestleMania adjustments. That's the rundown on the hottest stories and rumors right now. Wrestling is full of twists, and with WrestleMania 42 approaching, expect more changes and surprises. What do you think? Should WWE drop prices to fill seats, or will promotions turn things around? Drop your thought below, and stay tuned for more updates.